Good Saturday morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. Let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. Wake up. Alrighty, it is Saturday, and we sit 22 days, 11 hours, 42 minutes, and 25 seconds away from kickoff of the 2020 season. Oh my God, guys! In less than 3 weeks, we'll see Kansas City going against the Texans, and we'll probably lose East Side Shirley because we know Kansas City's going to whip that ass. Oh, and shout out to my good friend Angela. Angela, she's making sure that Joe Boo spreads the mojo and nothing else. She made Joe Boo his own Dallas Cowboys mask right there. Yeah, that's right. He's got his own mask right up there. Shout out to you, Angela, and congratulations to Cowboys up north, who the shirt is going to your house. It's going to your house up in Canada. That is, if they allow anything from the United States to go across the border to Canada anymore. I know there's some tensions and stuff going there, but we're going to try and get it to you. But if you did not win that Dak Prescott shirt, I do have one more Dak one. We're going to be giving that away sometime between now in the beginning of the season, and I also have other ones. I've got Zach Martin, I've got Lyle Collins, I think I've got Tyron Smith. I've got a bunch of them. I just actually got to go through and figure out which ones are which. I know I've got Charlie Waters and Bill Bates. I've got quite a few of them. So we're going to keep this thing rolling, and I appreciate all the super chats and donations and stuff. I may try and get that computer today. I apologize if you watched the live stream. The video card is what at least Derek's telling me. It's just not capable to keep up with all of the different things that we're doing, and so that's where we get that. And it seems like maybe that sucker is burning out, and I don't want to be left without the computer. But anyway, I've got work to do, and the Dallas Cowboys have work to do. Although the players won't be on the practice field today, the new rules, at least for this year, they're trying to protect the players as much as possible because you've got the coronavirus that's out there. We had no off season, and they're trying to mitigate as much as possible the possibility of injuries. So you cannot practice more than 3 days consecutively. So today is the day off. They'll be back on the field practicing tomorrow. And you're noticing that a lot of teams have soft tissue injuries, pulled hamstrings or sore calves and things like that, because you just have not been able to physically work out like you want to. And that's going to be expected. And really expect the first 2, 3 game weeks that you're going to see tons of them with no preseason and things. It may be awful. And that's where I was re listening to Everson Griffin. And you think about this defensive line we have right now. I know we lost Gerald McCoy. It would have been crazy if we still had Gerald McCoy playing at a level like he has been playing in the past few years. But even without him, we could actually have the best defensive line we've had since maybe the 90's. I can't think of a time where we've had as many good players throughout the line at every position. I mean, we had DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware was an absolute beast, Hall of Famer, and everything else. But we didn't exactly have all of that power to go across the board like we do, and we definitely did not have the depth. If we are to believe any of the stuff that we're hearing about Aldon Smith, oh my gosh, that could be deadly. And listening to Emerson Griffin, and I bring this up partially because somebody had said to me, because I had posted that Emerson Griffin had said he's looking to win a championship, and I was told, I don't know what interview you listened to because I never heard that, but and I went back through to make sure that I heard that, because you've even heard Mike McCarthy say, if you're not going in there thinking about Super Bowls, then I don't know why you're in this business. So you're hearing people that are putting that out there. But what I really like seeing and hearing is one thing. I'm going to play the clip, and then I'll come back to it.
Was my favorite football team growing up. Emmitt Smith, People actually don't know I'm named after Everson Walls. He was number 24 here. I think he played safety, linebacker, or something like that. But yeah, I was named after Everson Walls, and they always been my favorite team. But in this time, I'm trying to win a championship. I look at the pieces that they got here with Dak, Coop,
Trying to win a championship.
Lamb, Mike. So I think that they have a weapon. Zeke, offensive line all around. So I think the weapons are put in place, and it's up to the players and the coaches to go out there on Sundays and win the games. But on the defensive side, we're stacked. D Law, Alden, me. We got a lot of good guys on that side of the ball, and
Terry
we're
Poe,
just
Tyrone
excited to play
Crawford,
football and excited to win. That's
Gillimore.
our main objective is to win here. I think my dad was. My dad was. My dad was. My uncle was before he passed away way back in the day. But yeah, Cowboys. Cowboys been one of my favorite teams all along. I'm excited to be here, man. I'm excited to play football. I still got a lot of gas in the tank, and it's going to be a really good year. It's going to be an awesome year to learn this way and play with the boys and and contribute. That's what it's all about, contributing.
Everson, you haven't been around the team for that many days, but at least from where we're sitting, it looks like you're already talking to some of the young guys, maybe giving them tips. Why are you doing that? And I mean, what types of things come to mind when you're talking to these rookies?
That old saying is, you're stronger than your strongest is your weakest link or something like that. So we want all the links in the chain strong, and that starts from the rookies, all the way down to all the way up to the vets, second year guys, third year guys, coaching staff. You want from top to bottom. It starts with the ownership. Jerry Jones and the type of quality and A1 staff they have here. It starts from top to bottom, and that's how you got to look at a team. You got to build that chain strong and thick from all the way up, and once you have that, then you got something going.
That is key. That is key, and for a veteran to recognize that, because see, football, unfortunately, is cutthroat. It's cutthroat. You got a 53 man roster, okay? You got 85 guys out there all fighting for those 53 spots. Of course, there's 15, 16 practice squad guys this year. But a lot of times, I'm not going to help that rookie because he going to take my job. But he recognizes if it's about winning and more than just me having a job, you're only as good as your weakest link. That was a lesson that we had in scouts. I think I've said this before. I'm old. I repeat stories, because I am an old man. But the scoutmaster had us come up. He had the scout come in. He handed us two pieces of rope, tie that together. Boom. Then he brought up another scout and he got another piece of rope. So he tied that piece together with the other two that were already tied. Then he got another scout out and he tied a knot. So you had a piece of rope that was, 5 or 6 pieces long. And he said, this rope is only as strong as the weakest knot. And that's the truth. In football, which is a game of attrition, football, we've seen how losing a Zeke Elliott, a Tyron Smith, and a Sean Lee literally made a season go down the toilet, because the whole thing of Jason Garrett always talking about the next man up, it is a true statement. If you end up losing people and you don't have a capable person to step in and play for them, hey, you only need one person to mess up a play. You can have 10 guys doing the exact right thing, and you could have a Chaz Green not able to block a Claiborne, and he blows up the play. That's football. Now, I'm sitting here thinking about this defensive line and Alden Smith with D-Law, the possibilities of these two guys, and shifting around with them sometimes going from a standing position, which is going to disguise what they're doing. But not only that, to have a young puck like Gillimore, to have a veteran like Terry Poe, big guys to go in the middle, and now you're hearing that Tristan Hill, it seems like when I looked at the interview and he's talking about changing numbers, it seems like he was sedated, but a little bit humble. But you're hearing good things about him in training camp. We saw Gerald McCoy helping him before he got injured, giving him a couple of tips and stuff. And this is contagious. This will basically take a guy who's a Dontari Poe that you don't look at as a guy who's going to be here for the next 5 years. But if he can transfer his knowledge to a Tristan Hill, if you can get a Everson Griffin to be able to transfer what he knows to a Gillimore, the attitude, the realization that we're only as good as our weakest link, then what you're doing is you're creating a conveyor belt of players that you bring them in here. They get coached up, they get educated by the veterans, and they end up becoming those guys, and they end up doing it and passing it on. And that's how you start to build a dynasty. And we have not had those guys on that defensive line since probably Leon Lett back in the 90s. We've had a couple that have been pretty good here and there, but consistently playmakers, consistently guys like Everson Griffin who have performed year after year after year, we have not had. And if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you got to look at it and say, well, our offense did a lot of damage last year. Our offense's ceiling, you can't expect the offense to go do much more than they did. You had almost 3,000-yard receivers. You had Zeke Elliott with over 1,300 yards. You're not going to have Zeke Elliott at 2,000 yards and have four guys at 4,000 yards. That's not possible. But where the Dallas Cowboys can change the narrative, and keep in mind, we lost more games within 7 points. If that defense can have one less score and get one more takeaway, the difference is night and day. And your defense has the biggest area where you can get improvement along with your special teams. And you have to feel like this may be the best defensive line the Dallas Cowboys have had since the 90s. And I just can't wait to see them all on the field playing all out. All right, guys. Today's going to be a busy day. I got a lot to do, man. I'm working on my outdoor man cave to make sure that this is going to be ready for the kickoff of the season. So we'll be able to really have like a football get-together, football party, have you guys Skyped in and things for the show. Zoomed in. We're going to be doing Zoom-in parties for channel members. You'll be able to be part of the Man Cave experience. I can't get you the chicken wings, but you'll be here in the Man Cave as we do a live stream reactions to the games and stuff that are going on. And today might be when I go try and get another computer for our set here, which will help us to take this thing to an even higher level. So I appreciate all the support from you guys and keep spreading the mojo. I'm Mark Holmes. I'll see you soon.